PYX 106.
It's 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. He's got the hair, he's got the job, he's got the family.
He's got the house.
Got the house.
Yeah,
he's got the good looks.
I actually was flirting with the idea of having him over to have a couple beers by the fire pit.
Look at this. I don't want that guy in my house because my girlfriend's going to look at him and go, why don't you look like that?
Handsome.
Look at that, how
He
handsome
doesn't
you
look
are.
that good in
And
person, though.
You're a
Yeah, that's it. I'm so good looking, and I get so much hair that they keep putting me on radio and never on TV.
Right.
Oh, it's Chaz Farcher from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. He's pinch hitting for Paul. Would you come over to have beers at the fire pit or what?
come on.
I'm waiting for my official invitation. I don't think I've ever gotten one.
All right, because I feel like the wives could get the kids together, little
Perfect.
Charles and my kids have a little play date, and you and I could, talk sports and swill brews.
Well, I'll tell you what. Since Paul's not in today, I'll just shoot over there right now. How about that?
Oh,
You know,
that's
we'll get an early
perfect.
start.
All right.
I
Bring
might
some
even invite
beers.
my new Facebook friend, Charles Farcher Sr.
Oh, did he add you?
He added me.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
So take it easy, Chaz, because I'm
Boy.
friends with your father.
3 generations of Chucks, huh?
Yeah, the
Wow.
6th. My kid is number 6. So.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
Is he the 6th?
He is. We're like the George Foreman. Very unoriginal. Only one name.
Are you guys all lawyers, too, or are you the first one?
No, I'm the only one. Thank
Okay.
God.
You only need one, right?
So
Yeah,
let's
that's
talk
just
about
one.
this. What do we got? We
Well,
got? We
it
got a
was
couple
in
stories today.
the TU last Thursday. Apparently, somebody filed a grievance against the governor because state workers are on camera because basically, the government's tracking when these state employees come and go.
Right.
And we have a camera here in the studio. What's the law?
Well, that's
on
what they
that?
say, but we don't.
We do.
Oh, we do still?
We've seen it.
Oh, right. We have seen
What's
it.
the
Sorry.
law on that, Chaz?
Well, there really is no law on it. I mean, the PEF employees union there is upset because whenever they have a time clock grievance, the DEC or their state employer is using these cameras and these recordings to go back and verify whether or not they're working the hours they're supposed to.
Well,
but
there
the
you
cameras
go.
are in public locations.
Checks
They're out on
and
street.
balances, right? You get 90 days a year off and a pension to beat the band, right? I mean, get a little accountability.
Well, that's it. That's why I've been talking to the guys over at the station there. I'm trying to get some cameras installed in your bathrooms and your offices over there.
so
Make
you
sure
don't
you
want
guys are doing what you
those.
got to do.
You
All right,
don't
but the state employee who files the grievance, is that something you do on your own, or do you go through a lawyer to file a grievance? Because if you went through a lawyer, wouldn't the lawyer just have told them the same thing you told us?
There you go.
Yeah, it's not through a personal attorney. It's not one particular employee. It's through the union.
Okay.
The PEF is the union. They file the grievance with the DEC head, and then there's a process. It'll go from the DEC to the governor's office, and then if they're not happy there, the end stage would actually be arbitration. But I guess we'll see where it goes.
Pretty soon they're going to have, those drones that fly around automatically. They'll be flying around and hovering around office buildings, taking pictures without people knowing, and you'll get busted for
I
everything.
think they're already doing that.
Are they?
To a degree.
And I got a young kid. I'm in favor of anklets, like parole bracelets, so I can track them at all times.
Anklets. Yeah, me too, but in more of like a sexy way.
Chaz Farcher from Martin Harding and Mazzotti, 1-800-LAW-1010, 1-800-LAW-1010.com. And then we need your take on this story. I don't know, where is this, England?
I will fight you over this.
There's an
Cantera.
employee that was only giving their employers 6 minutes a day for bathroom breaks, and I'm sitting here off air with Quinn talking about it going, that's plenty of time.
Yeah,
that's enough time.
Here's the problem here. All you're doing as an employer is causing problems when you say something like this. Sure, I understand you want to have less time in the bathroom so you're more productive at work, but you get a, pardon my French, Chuck, and coming out and saying you can only have 6 minutes in the bathroom, you're only going to incite problems. People are now then going to push the envelope.
What does the law say?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what? It's not in England. It's closer than you think. It's in Chicago. So the time
what?
card for the bathroom may be coming to a bathroom near you sometime soon. It's a Chicago faucet company, actually.
Oh, right.
And the problem they were having is they were having all of these employees who were apparently spending an exorbitant amount of time in the potty. So now they've got an actual clock in and clock out card swipe thing where you got to go to the bathroom. They keep track of it. You get 6 minutes a day, 30 minutes a week. Any more than that.
It's like
I guess they dock you.
this is where you got one veto that spoils the bunch. You know what I'm saying? You got one guy who goes and spends a little extra time in the toilet.
That's you.
And
actually.
Everybody else, I'm just trying to pass the buck.
Yeah.
And then everybody else suffers from it, and they got problems. Maybe you had some bad food the night before. You don't want to go.
Well, okay, but what's too long? Like, I mean, so we
6
can't
minutes
have
for the
clocks
day.
on these guys. So what if I'm in there for an hour every day?
Well, here's what the law says. The law says is not much. The federal law doesn't even require employers to give you meal breaks, believe it or not. Nobody believes that when I tell them, but most of it is really what it comes down to is a state issue, state law. And in New York, for instance, if you work more than 7.5 hours, you're entitled to a 30 to 45-minute meal break. But there is no law regarding rest periods. I think it's really more just a matter of practicality, and employers understand that if you don't let people go to the potty or if you don't let them eat, they become a lot less productive. So that's just, employers have grown into that, or that's the reason why you have unions to negotiate for those things.
See, that's what happens when you have kids, Quinn. You say things like potty.
I mean, like twice he said it. Twice he said potty.
Yeah.
I used to be so much harder.
I literally I'm with other guy friends and like an accident happens in front of me and I'm like, oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
I use vulgar letters now. I no longer use vulgar words. Whenever my wife's around, I'm like, "What the S is this?"
We're morphing, and it's not for the best.
That's all right. It's endearing.
Yeah,
it makes everybody appreciate you guys a little bit more.
All right, tell your dad, my new friend, I said hi.
Yes,
we'll do.
And we'll get an invite over to you. We'll have you over before the summer's up for some beers by the fire, man.
Thanks, Chaz.
All right, guys. Great to talk to you.
Martin Harding and Mazzotti. Check them out at 1-800-LAW-1010.com.
Quinn and Cantera, mornings on PYX 106.